just got home. Are you coming home yet?
Sorry, I'm working overtime. Don't wait for me, just eat dinner.
Got it. You've been working overtime a lot recently.
I was assigned to a new project, but it's not going as smoothly as I expected. I'm sorry for making you do the housework when we both work.
Don't worry about it, I understand. I can come home earlier than you and cook. I'm not very good at cleaning, though.
I'll clean the house on weekends.
Thank you, that'd be helpful.
Julie, I have something I have to tell you.
Yeah? You have something to tell me?
I was gonna tell you when I get home, but I don't know what time I'll be home, so I'll just tell you right now.
What is it?
My parents want to live with us.
What? They want to live with us? We promised when we got married that we were never going to live with either of our parents.
I know, but I don't know why, but they said they want to live with us. I guess they're worried about living alone by themselves because they're old.
My parents worry about it too. What did you say to them?
I told them we were not going to live with them. Then they told me to think about it.
Alright, but you're going to say no, aren't you?
I am, but my parents tend to rush through things.
Do they? I got the impression from them that they want to maintain a reasonable distance from us.
We've been married for only 2 years, you know. You don't really know my parents yet. We only see them a few times a year.
We indeed don't see them as often despite us living pretty close to each other. But I think I'm getting to know them well. They don't seem to be the kind of people who would want to live with us all of a sudden.
No, you don't know them yet. My parents bring up ideas out of nowhere, and they are persistent once they do.
Then make sure to say no. Tell them we're not going to live with either of our parents. It might have been just a thought.
But they told me to think about it. I think they're serious.
Tell them no, even so. You wouldn't want to suddenly start living with my parents, would you?
Your parents live in a different state.
What if they moved here?
I'd be surprised, but...
You would be, right? Just tell them no, okay? I might leave home if you don't.
Please, don't! I'll make sure to tell them we're not living together.
Talk to them tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I don't want to keep their hopes up. I think you should give them an answer soon. The longer we make them wait, the higher they will get their hopes up.
I got it. I'll stop by their house on my way home from work tomorrow.
Do you want me to come with you?
It's fine. It would be awkward. I'll tell them no. Julie? Sorry to disturb you at work.
That's okay, I have some free time. I was just eating lunch.
My parents invited me and I went to their house. I'm sorry.
What?
They're going to live with us.
What? You refused a month ago.
They seem to have not given up.
I can't live with them. What do you mean by they're going to live with us? Why did you decide by yourself? I told you I don't want to live with them.
I can't say no now. I'm so sorry.
I can't say no now? I can't live with them. I'll have to do more housework if we live together. I'll have to cook more often, but we both work. I can't do everything.
You don't need to worry about that. My mom said she's going to help you out. She's going to do housework, so you don't need to worry about doing the housework.
I'm worried about living with them.
But dinner will be ready when we get home. You liked my mom's cooking, didn't you?
I did, but that doesn't mean I can live with them. Let me talk to them.
I told you, the decision is final. We can't do anything to change it.
Why?
My parents are remodeling their house. They'll make it a 2-family house.
They already decided without my consent?
They said they would break off relations with us if we don't live with them.
Hold on. That's way too selfish. That's such a one-sided demand.
I'm sorry.
If they threaten me like this, I would rather have them break off relations with me.
Wait! I don't want to break off relations with my parents.
But that's what they asked for.
What if we just try living with them for a short time? We'll move out if you don't like living with them.
I feel like we'll end up living with them forever once we do.
I'm the only child, so I'm worried about them. You have an older brother.
That's true, but what does this have to do with this? I can't just say yes right now.
I'll support you too.
Recently, you have not been spending time at home.
My work should settle down by the time we start living with our parents. So, please, think of it as my duty as a son. I already paid for the remodeling. We can't say no now.
What? Are we paying for the remodeling? Did you withdraw money from our account without my permission?
I couldn't make them pay for all the renovation fees, but they're paying 2/3 of the total.
You and your parents completely ignored my opinion.
It's not that I want to ignore your opinion, but why do you refuse to live with them? We could just give it a try. We don't have a child yet and we both work. We have the advantage of my mom doing the housework.
You would think so, but I won't be able to be myself around them.
Nobody can at first.
It may be true, but I want to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Your parents and us are likely to have different lifestyles. I'm sure they can't be themselves around me either. I wanted to live with you alone unless there was an urgency to live with them.
But we'll have advantages if we live with them. We don't have to pay rent anymore.
The psychological burden will be bigger than the advantages.
You'll be okay. My parents like you. I think that's why they wanted to live with you.
Okay, give me some time.
We already decided to live together, though.
I'm so confused right now. I'm still at work, so I'll think about it when I'm calm. Are you home already?
No, I'm going to see my friend.
I got it.
We'll be out for drinks, so I'll get home around 8 p.m.
I wanted to discuss the matter with you.
I'll listen when I'm home, but I can't stop my parents now. I'm sorry, but I need you to be ready to live with them.
Hi, Dorothy. It's Julie. I'm sorry to bother you.
Hi, Julie. It's been a while. Don't worry. You're not bothering me at all. I'm going to order dinner tonight, so I'm just relaxing at home.
Sounds nice. There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Is it about us living together?
Yes. About that, I'm not sure if this is the right time. Andrew and I would be further away from where we work. There would be a burden on you if we lived together. I wouldn't be able to do the chores as much. I hate to cause you trouble, so would you please rethink living together?
Huh? Why would you want me to rethink? Wasn't it your idea for us to live together?
What? My idea?
That's what Andrew said. We've been thinking over the past month. It's not so common for two families to live together nowadays. Plus, I don't have good memories living with my parents-in-law. I never wanted to do it again. That's why I refused Andrew's proposal at first.
What? But didn't you say you would break off relations if we refused to live together? That's what Andrew told me.
Isn't that what you said? You couldn't tolerate my son making you do all the housework. And you said you would get a divorce unless we live together and reduce your burden.
I never said that! Andrew talked to me about us living together, and I told him to refuse your proposal because it was not the right time for us. But then today he told me about having already decided to live together and how he paid for the remodeling.
Andrew told us both that we wanted to live together? Something is not right.
I think so too.
He tried to trick us into living together? Why would he do such a complicated thing?
Can you please not say anything to Andrew about this? Have you really paid the remodeling fees already?
Andrew was going to arrange a remodeling. And we were going to pay for everything.
Did you already give him the money?
Not yet.
Then please delay the payment and don't give him any money. I will try to get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Let me know if there's something I can do.
I will. Thank you. Andrew, what time are you coming home?
I'll catch the last train. What's up?
About living with your parents.
Are you still against it? You agreed to it the other day. I can't do anything even if you change your mind now.
That's not what I wanted to say. I was wondering how the remodeling was going. Have you already found the contractor?
Oh, about that. I already found one, but we have to have more meetings before the construction. So they haven't started the construction yet.
Oh yeah? And where's the remodeling fee? The 1/3 of the contractor fee that we paid.
What? I paid the contractor already.
That's strange. Your mom told me that they paid all the remodeling fees.
What? Did you talk to my mom?
Of course I did. They paid 2/3 of the remodeling fee. I should thank them. Then your mom said they were going to pay for everything. Why did you withdraw money from our account?
They were short on budget. I felt bad to ask my parents for more money, so I withdrew money from our account.
Where are you now?
Where? I'm at the office.
No, you're not. You rented an apartment with your lover, didn't you? Didn't you withdraw the money to rent an apartment?
What? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about is my line. I hired a detective agency to spy on you 2 weeks ago.
What?
You've been cheating on me for months. You were going to make me live with your parents to get a divorce from me, weren't you? You're unbelievable. You should have said it to my face, and I would have given you what you wanted.
Julie, calm down.
I am calm.
I'm not cheating on you. I was just helping a friend move into a new place. This is a misunderstanding.
Are you going to keep lying to me? I have proof.
What proof?
The pictures of you and your lover holding hands and walking out of your new apartment. Oh, I also have the audio recording of you and your lover. Whichever it is, I have the proof to prove you're guilty.
I'm sorry, Julie. This is a huge misunderstanding. I was just meeting someone. I wasn't having an affair.
Huh? If a married man sees another woman, it's an affair.
We went out a few times. We weren't even that close. I'll break up with her now. So don't get a divorce from me.
You're the one who wanted a divorce. You thought I would leave home if you forced me to live with your parents. You were planning to spend less time at home once we started living with your parents, weren't you? I got the audio recording of you and your lover talking about it.
Why?
You two were walking outside and blabbing. You know, on the way home from a barbecue restaurant a week ago.
Damn.
You really went out of your way to lie and avoid being a bad guy. I am so sick of you.
Julie, I'm sorry. But I will break up with her. We've been fighting a lot recently, and I realized we have different values.
Do you want to break up with her and start over with me?
I would love that. You don't have to live with my parents. To be honest, she's nothing compared to you. She's young, but that's it. And she's too dependent.
It sounds like you're saying I'm not as attractive as the woman who has nothing more than youth. Don't you insult me anymore.
I'm not. I've been feeling regretful lately. I didn't want to divorce you.
Oh, really? But you still live with her, don't you? You were not going to break up with her.
No, I moved out. I broke up with her and will never see her again.
You ended your relationship in such a short time. You're still in her apartment. I know for a fact because I'm standing right outside her apartment.
No, you're not.
For your information, your parents are here too. Let us family talk it all out. I won't let you ignore my opinion anymore.
Why are my parents here? We should discuss this alone first.
No good can come from talking to you alone. You're the one who got your parents involved in the first place. Stop escaping your responsibility.
I'm sorry, Julie. I was stupid. I'm so sorry.
It's too late. Your parents and I already decided to break off relations with you anyway. You're the one who has to be ready. After a discussion with Andrew and my parents-in-law, Andrew accepted my conditions and agreed to get a divorce. He went out of his way to hide his infidelity, so that he and his lover wouldn't be blamed for their affair and wouldn't have to pay me compensation. He wanted his parents to accept his lover after getting a divorce from me. He could have just told me that he wanted a divorce, but he was too chicken to do it either. He was a good-for-nothing man until the end, and I'm very happy to get a divorce from him. Needless to say, I had him and his lover pay the compensation. I've had him pay me back the money he withdrew from our account. Not only did he become penniless, but he also borrowed money to pay me the compensation. His lover's parents found out about their affair after she asked them to help with the compensation. Their relationship deteriorated quickly, and they ended up breaking up. I'm fed up with their stupidity, but they have nothing to do with me now. I just hope to forget about them and never see them again. I let out everything I wanted to say to my ex-husband before the divorce. But I was mentally devastated when I found out about his cheating. My parents-in-law, my friends, and my parents supported me through hard times. I was able to fight until the end because of the kind-hearted people around me. I haven't gotten back to normal yet, but I'll keep in mind that I have all these people to support me. And I will stay positive and move forward step by step. There is always a rainbow after the rain. I will not give up hope and be happier than my ex-husband.
Hey, I heard something interesting from another mom friend. I heard that your family is a farmer. And I heard it's been going on for a few generations.
That's right. My parents are the main farmers now, but I help them sometimes.
I see. You know, sometimes I see you shopping dressed in farmer clothes.
Oh, you saw me, huh? I try not to go out in my work clothes.
You still live at your parents' home, right?
Yeah, I live there with my husband and kids. What about it?
Being a farmer's daughter, you must have struggled growing up.
Well, we had some financial hardships in the past, but I think we're doing pretty well now. Our businesses are doing very well.
When you say very well, you only make like $2,000 a month, right?
In the past, I couldn't even make $1,000 a month just as a farmer. But now I have other jobs besides farming, so I make a good amount of money. I wouldn't dare to tell you exactly how much money I make, though.
It's not that you won't tell me, it's that you can't tell me. I didn't think you were that poor.
You think I'm poor just because I'm a farmer?
All the farmers I knew seemed to be poor and had a hard time making a living.
Maybe it's just that the farmers you knew just happen to be struggling. Some people have a prejudice that farmers are poor, but nowadays, with the introduction of various opportunities and the development of various technologies, there are more and more wealthy farmers.
That's just a small percentage. You don't look rich to me.
I don't know what your standard for rich is, but at least I don't think I'm poor.
To me, all farmers are poor. I'm sorry, but can you just stay out of our business from now on?
Okay, I don't feel good about being treated like a poor person either.
I'm glad we are able to sell this quickly.
Well, goodbye.
Hello, Natalie.
Huh, I thought you didn't want to be involved with me anymore.
I'm sorry about the other day. I made a selfish assumption and treated you like a poor person.
Huh, what happened?
I'm sorry. I was out of line the other day. I thought I'd like to be friends with you, but is that okay?
Of course I'd like to be friends with you. I don't want to get my kids involved in any trouble between moms.
Good. I thought you and I would never be friends again. Anyways, I'd like to invite you to a lunch party.
I can come?
Of course.
When is it?
Next Friday. Are you free?
I'm free for lunch.
Great. I'm thinking of having lunch at a place called Accord in the next town over. It's a fancy French place.
At Accord, huh?
Is it a bit too pricey for you?
No, it's not like that.
Is there something else?
Nope. I think that restaurant is fine.
Great. It's a fancy French restaurant and I want you to dress appropriately for the occasion.
What do you mean by dress appropriately?
I mean, I don't want you to come in your work clothes like you usually do.
Of course I won't go to a restaurant in work clothes.
Right. I'll see you on Friday then.
Okay, I'll be there. Why did you suddenly pour water on me? Did you lie when you said you were sorry?
You were so easily fooled. I didn't think you'd actually come to the lunch. Everyone looked surprised.
The other moms were surprised that you suddenly poured water on me.
But no one stopped me. That means they were on my side, right?
I think they just didn't want to get in trouble for going against you, so they kept their mouths shut. And now I'm getting concerned texts from them.
Do you really think I would fall for that? Are you in the bathroom right now crying? You're pathetic. I'm ashamed to have dinner with you, so just leave.
Are you sure you want me to leave?
Goodbye, you germ.
Okay, since you made reservations at my restaurant, I thought I'd offer you a discount, but I guess that won't be necessary. Well, goodbye then.
Huh? Wait a minute. Natalie, you run this restaurant?
Yes, this is my restaurant. My relatives cook the food, but I run the business.
That's a lie, right?
It's true. The couple near you is my aunt and uncle. Aren't they glaring at you right now?
You're right. They're giving me the biggest stares. So, it's true that you run the restaurant.
If you search my name online, you'll see that I own this place.
You're right. But your parents are farmers, right?
I'm a farmer, but I'm also a restaurant owner. By the way, the vegetables we serve at the restaurant are grown on my family's farm. Thankfully, the vegetables are well received and many customers want to buy them. So I sell my vegetables to the general public, as well as to the restaurant owners.
I didn't know that. I did some research online and it seems that your family's vegetables have a pretty good reputation. They've even been featured on TV.
I'm thankful for those opportunities.
I had no idea. You can come back after all. You can have dinner with us too. If you could give us a discount, that would be great.
There's no way I can go back there soaking wet. I'm sorry, but I'm going home.
Why don't you come back after you change?
I'm not going back. If you want to eat, why don't you enjoy yourself on your own?
What are you talking about? You should come back because we're going to have lunch with the other moms.
The other mom friends say they don't want to be friends with you, Carrie, anymore. And they're not going to have lunch with you today either. They said that they left the restaurant already too.
Huh? You're right. They're gone. I was so engrossed in our text, I didn't notice I was alone. Hey, call them back immediately.
Volition, I can't do anything about it.
Don't be silly. I'm the boss mom. You know what happens if you disobey boss mom's orders, don't you?
You say you're the boss mom, but that's just what you think of yourself, isn't it? No one thinks you're the boss.
Huh?
You made the reservation, so if you cancel it, you better pay the cancellation fee too. It looks like the food is already cooked.
Well, if everyone left, does that mean I have to pay for everyone?
That's right. The $50 per person course is for 5 people, so that's $250.
I only brought enough money for one person.
You can pay by card, so why don't you do that?
I can't use my credit card because I've maxed it out. and I can't eat dinner with your uncle and aunt staring at me.
Then why don't you just pay the cancellation fee and leave?
Cancellation fee is a full amount, right?
Of course.
I'm sorry for throwing water on you, but can't you at least come back?
I can't. I already left.
Then come back after you change your clothes.
I have plans with the other moms after this.
What? Plans?
Today's lunch was cancelled, so we're going to have lunch at a cafe. It'll be a lot more fun to hang out with them over you, so I've decided to go with them.
Wait a minute. Let me join you.
Don't you remember that I don't want to be friends with you anymore? Did you listen to me?
Please. I apologize for treating you like a poor person. I will never do anything like this again, and...
Even if I forgive you, it seems the other moms won't forgive you.
What?
It seems everyone was fed up with your arrogant attitude. They wanted to get rid of you. But since our children go to the same school, they didn't want their children to be affected.
What did I do to them?
You made them pay for your meals because you were the boss mom. And when you didn't like something, you used your kids to ostracize the other children. And on one occasion, your children even tried to hurt them.
They had an attitude, so as the boss mom, I had to.
I don't even know why you think you're the boss mom in the first place. All the other mom friends think that too.
Of course I'm the boss mom. I'm the one who always made the plans for lunch meetings. And I'm the one who took the initiative in making decisions at school too. Who else is the boss besides me?
We just let you do what you wanted to do.
That's not true. I was doing it for the good of everyone. I was the only one who seemed to be able to organize the group.
You were just taking advantage of the other moms. The other moms are sick and tired of being pushed around all the time. They've all been complaining about you.
What? Was I that terrible? Did you mean people thought I was annoying?
From now on, in order to build good relationships with others, you should be a little more considerate of them. Also, I think you should stop looking down on others based on your own assumptions. Well then.
Wait a minute. How do I pay this bill? Natalie, I am so sorry about earlier. I am really sorry.
It's okay. My clothes just got wet. Not dirty.
I'm glad to hear that.
My aunt and uncle told me that you pay them. They almost called the police.
Yeah. I thought they'd be a little more understanding, because you and I are friends. But they were both really mad at me, and said they'd call the police if I couldn't pay.
My aunt and uncle love me so much, and they love me as a business owner. They couldn't forgive you for making fun of their adorable niece.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were such a great business owner.
Even if I was just a farmer, that's no reason to disrespect me.
Of course. I understand. I'll do better from now on.
I'm glad to hear that. Did you go out of your way to text me to apologize?
No. I wanted to ask you something.
You wanted to ask me something?
My husband seemed to know your family. Do you have any business connections?
Not a business partner or anything. But your husband often uses our restaurant for business. Why didn't you ask your husband about this?
I was curious, so I thought about asking him. But he didn't talk to me at all after the lunch. He had this aura of not wanting to talk to me, so I didn't talk to him.
I see. Well, your husband uses a restaurant at least once a month. He seems to like the food very much.
I had no idea. So, you and my husband knew each other?
Well, I've seen him a few times because I help out at the restaurant sometimes.
It's such a small world.
So, are we done here?
Well, yes, but...
Is there something you want to tell me?
You're not going to be friends with me anymore from now on, right?
I don't know if I'd be able to have dinner with you, or go out with you. I mean, we live close to each other, and I'm willing to continue to be an acquaintance, but
I feel bad about splashing water on you. And I apologize. So, can we be friends again like before? After what happened today, I've lost touch with my friends, and I'd like to clear up any misunderstandings.
I don't think there's any misunderstanding. It's a fact that you maliciously poured water on me. And it's also a fact that you've been doing whatever you want and making other mom friends feel uncomfortable. Right? You brought this on yourself, so you have to accept the reality.
But I'm going to continue to live in this town. My family will be worried if I'm alone at school events.
Your husband said there's no need for us to get involved with you. So we decided to take his word for it and keep our distance from you.
Huh? My husband said that? Wait a minute. You mean that's why you were in contact with my husband?
Yes. Your husband contacted me a little while ago to apologize. At that time, I told him about what you had done to me. He didn't think you were being that abusive to your friends and was very surprised. He also said he wasn't sure if you guys would be able to work together.
Wait, does that mean he's planning to get a divorce?
You have a child together, so I don't think a divorce is going to happen anytime soon.
Really?
He also said he was going to have a watchdog for you. So I don't think he's planning on divorcing you right away.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me the watchdog is my mother-in-law?
I don't know anything about that. All I heard was that he was getting a watchdog.
I was scolded by my mother-in-law about money a while ago, and she threatened me to move in with us if I ever did anything wrong. I'm sure this watchdog is my mother-in-law.
I see. If your mother-in-law is going to move in with you, we'll feel safer.
Why would you feel safe? I'm in hell.
If your mother-in-law lives with you, it means that everything won't be like before, right? It means we'll be able to live in peace.
I've been avoiding living together at all costs. Please, can you convince my husband?
What am I going to convince him of?
Tell him not to let my mother-in-law move in with us.
It's a family matter. You should tell him that directly. You're not with your husband?
He left the house earlier, saying he had to call someone. Maybe he's calling my mother-in-law. I've been trying to call my husband, but his number has been busy.
That's a strong possibility. But if your mother-in-law is going to live with you, then that's good news.
No, it's not. I'm going to be suffering. You wouldn't understand, but my mother-in-law used to be a teacher and is super strict.
Well, that's even more comforting. Maybe she'll teach you manners from the ground up. You do lack a lot of common sense.
That's not very nice of you. You could have said it in a nicer way.
I can't get through to you in a roundabout way, can I? So I had to be direct.
Oh no. My husband just texted me and said my mother-in-law is coming over. She said she's going to have an important talk about the future. Is this about living together?
I don't know the details, but I think the three of you should have a long talk.
I don't want to. I know. Can you sit in on the conversation?
No. It's not right for me to be there. I'm an outsider.
I'm sure my mother-in-law and husband would appreciate a third opinion.
Let me tell you first. I'm all for you guys moving in together. I'm sure my presence will only increase the likelihood of your mother-in-law moving in with you.
You've got to side with me here.
I don't want to. It's a family matter, so don't bring other people into it. Well then, from now on, I'm not going to socialize with you like I have in the past, so I won't return your calls unless I think it's important.
Wait a minute. I can't do this alone.
Shortly thereafter, Carrie's husband and mother-in-law arrived. After talking it over, it seems that her mother-in-law has decided to move into the house. After moving in together, Carrie became quiet as if she was a different person. Her mother-in-law seems to be a strict person, but she treats us moms very kindly and is a very nice person. Now that her mother-in-law is by my side, I don't have to worry about unnecessary stress. I will continue to work hard in the restaurant business and as a farmer in the future.